Private, state, or federal university, which one should you choose? Give me 1 minute and I will help you to make the right decision. So let's compare these three categories of university: the private, the state, and the federal university. And the first point I want you to consider is the cost. For a private university, for instance, they have like the highest tuition fee compared to state and federal university, right? So they have the highest, they have their school, they actually pay expensive school fees, right? And but although they have a better facilities, they have better facility, like more comfortable environment, learning environment. And for state university, they actually have a moderate fees. Their school fees or their tuition fees is not as expensive as the private university, and any other fees, any other costs is not as expensive as that of private university. And for federal university, it's actually the most affordable, like among the three categories. So it's actually the most affordable. They are generally most affordable. So if you are choosing a university based on cost, you have to choose a university that your budget can actually afford throughout the duration of your program. So the second thing I want you to consider or to compare is the admission competition, right? So in federal university, for instance, the admission is very, very competitive, and that is why you see sometimes to get into a federal university, you have to like have 200 and above in your jump. So you have to have a jump score of like 200 and above. So it's very, very competitive to get admission in federal university, particularly for courses like medicine, law, pharmacy, engineering. Very, very competitive to get admission into a federal university. But for a state university, it's still moderate compared to a federal university, and it actually favors the indigene more than the non-indigene. So if I indigene of that state, it favors the admission there favors the indigene more than the non-indigene. And for a private university, it's actually the easiest to get into compared to federal and state. So the third thing I would like us to compare is actually the learning environment. For a private university, they actually have they have smaller classes because the population is not as diverse. It's not much compared to state and federal university. So that's smaller classes, and although a very, very comfortable environment to learn, but the population is not that much compared to states university population. For instance, actually it depends on the particular state. For instance, if Lagos State University, they have much population, and for a federal university have actually the large population. So they have diverse people coming from different parts of the country to come and study in the university. So federal university have a lot of people. So they have large population. So they have larger classes of learning. So another thing you need to compare is the academic calendar. For federal university, for instance, they usually strike. Oh, if you are going to federal university, prepare for industrial strike. They can just call strike due to institutional issues or industrial actions. So just prepare your mind. We are going to for what? A federal university. And for a state university, what you just need to know is that it depends on the state university. For some state universities, they don't actually strike like that, and they have a very, very stable academic calendar, like my school, Lagos State University, and I think Kogi State University also. So, and but some other state universities, they actually strike sometimes. And but for a private university, they have the most stable academic calendar. And last thing I want us to compare is the campus life. Federal university, for instance, will give you what's called network opportunities, large network opportunities, because there are different students coming from different parts of the country to study there. And also, state university also give you a good networking opportunities. But for a private university, they actually have strict rules, and they are generally monitored. So they don't have like a lot of networking opportunities in a private university. So if you are choosing between a private, state, or a federal university, don't just choose because your friend is going to that university or your friend is going to that particular institution. Choose based on your academic strength, the kind of campus life you want, and also based on your budget. Don't forget to like this video, share to others, and comment which one would you choose, a private, state, or a federal university. I will see you in the next one.